Good morning and welcome. My name is Tony Abou-Ganim, and I'm here today to welcome you to WSWA's Brand Battle Tournament. This is the alcohol industry's premier pitch competition. This week, you'll be hearing from some of the industry's hottest wine and spirits brands battling it out in each category by category, to compete in the 2024 Brand Battle Championship. This year's championship battle will be held in person, on stage, live at Access Live on January 30th in Las Vegas. With the who's who from the industry in attendance, a panel of expert judges will crown the 2024 Brand Battle champion. Winners of previous brand battles have earned distribution partnerships and become some of the hottest brands in the U.S. wine and spirits marketplace. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a longtime friend and colleague of WSWA, and my professional company is The Modern Mixologist. I'm the author of The Modern Mixologist, Contemporary Classic Cocktails, and I'm also a national ambassador for the United States Bartenders Guild and an associate member of the Museum of the American Cocktails. I strive to educate about history and the lore of cocktails, and I operate a beverage consulting firm specializing in bar staff training, product education, and cocktail development. I'm also the co-founder of the TAG Global Spirits Awards, held each year here in Las Vegas. I am thrilled to be the host today for the innovation category competition. Brand Battle is a terrific opportunity to see, hear, and taste new brands on the forefront of growth and opportunity. Today, you'll be hearing from 4 different brands who will be spending a few minutes each presenting information about their products. After each presentation, our esteemed panel of judges will have a few minutes to ask questions and provide feedback. I encourage all of you watching to add your own questions and thoughts in the chat box at the bottom of the screen. We will do our very best to answer all the questions that come through during the tournament. At the end of today's competition, we will announce the category winner from the judges' votes. The winner of today's tournament will move on to the championship brand battle live on stage in Las Vegas on January 30th. All right, let's get to it. I'd like to start off our competition by introducing the esteemed panel of judges that we have with us today. Together, this group of wholesalers and retailers represent businesses varying in size from across the country and bring over 100 years of combined experience and expertise in the wine and spirits industry. These industry leaders are always looking for the next up-and-coming brand. All right, first, from Southern Glazer's Wine and Spirits, we have Ray Lombard, Executive Vice President and General Manager for Craft Spirits. In his current role, Mr. Lombard drives the strategy for Southern Glazer's craft spirits portfolio. This includes overseeing the company's new craft spirits division across the country and leading all craft spirits sales and support functions as part of Southern Glazer's new SG Plus enhanced customer service, fine wine, and craft spirits strategies. In addition to these responsibilities, Mr. Lombard manages craft spirits suppliers onboarding, contracts, management, marketing, and performance. He is also a WSWA Access Craft Advisory Council founding member and wholesale advisor. Welcome, Ray. And next up, from Allied Beverage Group, we are lucky to have Sarah Harriman. After careers in fashion merchandising and television development, Sarah spent years as a field sales manager covering on and off-premise accounts alike for Allied Beverage before becoming VP of Portfolio Development. Like her father and grandfather before her, Sarah is highly involved in WSWA. She is active with women's organizations such as Women of the Vine and Spirits and the WSWA Women's Leadership Conference in hopes to guide and pave the way for more women in the industry. Kudos to you, Sarah. Sarah is also a founding council member of WSWA, Access Craft Program, and current wholesale advisor. Thanks again for being here, Sarah. Next, we have Ann C. Carla. Ann is Marketing and Communications Manager at Badger Liquors in Wisconsin. Before delving into the world of wine and spirits for 6 years, she has been a television producer at ABC, NBC, the WB, and HSN, the Home Shopping Network, specializing in integrated marketing segments for morning shows and talk shows. She's worked with hundreds of global brands, celebrities, influencers to showcase products in their best possible light to increase sales. Welcome, Ann. Next, we're fortunate to be joined by Jenna Opie from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Jenna has spent 14 years in the industry, launching her career with Premier Beverage before moving to Breakthrough Beverage. Jenna is the National Director of Emerging Beverages at Breakthrough's Trident Division, where she leads the network's new and emerging brand vetting, hunting, and potential market expansion opportunities. Welcome to Jenna. And finally, my dear friend, Troy Clark, the Corporate Director of Mixology and Spirit Education at Martinetti. Troy is also a partner and founder of 1224 Cocktails. Troy's been in the restaurant and hospitality industry for over 25 years with companies such as Sonesta Collection, the Ritz-Carlton, Marriott Corporation, Lowe's Hotels, and Marcus Hotels and Resorts. Troy, a longtime friend of WSWA, has an unrivaled passion for the beverage industry, which began during many years working in restaurants, bars, and serving people from all over the world. Thanks for being here, Troy. And thank you to everyone participating as judges for today's competition. And I look forward to hearing your feedback from the contenders and their products. Now, let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for. Today, we are excited to hear from 4 unique companies who we've selected to talk about their products, representing a wide variety of brands. And the brands that we're going to hear from today, first up will be Ube Cream Liqueur. Next, Wayward Spirit, Roots Divino Non-Alcoholic Vermouth, and Pure the Winery. Now that we know the players, let's get started. Please welcome our first contender in the tournament today, Jonathan Pauly from Ube Cream Liqueur. Ube Liqueur is an award-winning spirit crafted by Distillería Barco and made in the Philippines using a zero-waste process. It is richly crafted from sugarcane vodka from Negros, coconut husk from Mindanao, and ube grown across the Philippine Islands. Take it away, Jonathan.
All right, can everyone hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, and fellow enthusiasts of innovation, my name is Jonathan, and I am thrilled to introduce to you Ube Cream Liqueur, a groundbreaking masterpiece by Distillería Barco. So allow me to take you on a journey that transcends the ordinary. It's a journey that encapsulates the very spirit of Filipino culture, tradition, and innovation with every sip. In a world full of spirits, how do you create a unique and original liquor that represents the culture and tradition of the Filipinos? Our story begins with a deep-rooted passion for creating a legacy, an original signature spirit that we can call our own, having that distinct Filipino flavor that Filipinos all over the world will enjoy and will always remind them of home. It was during the mid-pandemic era, one of the low points in the history of the spirits, when we committed ourselves to creating that unique product. While the pandemic was pulling a lot of businesses down and challenging our hopes for getting back our normal social lives, our vision became our beacon of hope. And we focused our efforts in creating the Filipino legacy and crafting that sort of Filipino experience in a bottle. With a lot of commitment, Ube Cream Liqueur was born in 2021. The first ever and original cream liqueur that captures the sweet nuances of the Filipino root crop staple, which is ube or purple yam, reminding us of our most popular dessert, which is halo-halo. It embodies Filipino culture of celebration, or what we call fiesta, in every region and corner of the Philippines. Now, let me share to you the enchanting tale as I shift towards the bottle of Ube Cream Liqueur. It takes the shape of the Erlenmeyer flask in a purple, vibrant purple color, which symbolizes the spirit of innovation. Much like a scientific experiment, our concoction is a fusion of tradition and modernity. In front of it, you also have the sticker label that has symbols that represents both tradition, beliefs of the Filipinos, and at the same time, also a symbol of innovation. At the rear, you will find here inscribed some Filipino characters which translates to amulet and roots, the title of the series of this bottle. And the whole bottle is sealed with a golden wax, much like the golden sunshine of the Philippines, oozing down like hot lava of our volcanoes. And its signet is an amulet itself, which also has the title of the series, which is Agimat. We believe in our culture that when you have that certain types of elements, it gives you like supernatural strength. And to open the bottle, you will have to use that amulet as well, pull it up top, and then you'll be able to unseal the whole bottle itself. So the bottle itself is not just a bottle, but it's a cultural artifact. It's a tangible piece of the Philippines that you can hold in your hands. And then Ubi Cream Liqueur also proudly wears our accolades. Two topmost would be the Platinum Medal Award from SIP 2023 and also the esteemed World Liqueur Awards back in 2022. These awards are just among of the few that we have won since we started, and it also continues to inspire us, reminding us of how far our product can go in terms of excellence and also global appeal. But what makes Ubi Cream Liqueur exceptional is not just the recognition it received, but it's more about the convergence of tradition and innovation within every bottle. It's a fusion of flavors, a symphony that stands out in a crowded market. We're not just presenting a product to the world, a Filipino product to the world. We're extending an invitation of the Filipino culture to all audiences of different backgrounds. Ubi Cream Liqueur invites the taste buds of the curious mind. Join us in savoring innovation and in celebrating the fiesta spirit, a spirit that encapsulates community, festivity, and the vibrant essence of the Philippines. We say Tagay in the Philippines. To everyone, we say taste the fiesta spirit. Thank you so much.
Great job, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Let's bring back our esteemed panel of judges and get their thoughts and questions on Ubi Cream Liqueur. Why don't we start off with our dear friend, Troy Clark. Troy, what are your thoughts on this wonderful product?
Thank you so much, Tony. And thank you, Jonathan, for the great presentation. First, I want to say that the bottle is fantastic. It really catches your eye. You could really see the thought process put into it, the whole ceremony of opening it, you know, whether you're a consumer at home or you're in a bar. Very, very cool. My question to you goes in a category that is pretty much flat in cordials and liqueurs and things like that. How do you plan on really separating from the pack and making sure that your brand doesn't just become a one and done thing? How do you enliven that culture into cocktails and creating new innovative drinks?
That is a great question. Thank you so much, Troy. And my answer to that is simple. We would like to position ourselves as the drink for every type of celebration. As if any one of you have any Filipino friends, we are always known for us having fellowship and different types of, celebrating different things. We want to start there. Our core demographic target will be the Filipinos and the circle of groups where they socialize with. It's pretty much a very fascinating and big fan base that we have and support that we get. In terms of different avenues where it will be served, from our website, we promote different types of cocktails wherein it plays around its signature universal cocktail of its own, which is Ubi Cream Liqueur Fiesta, Cream Fiesta. And then we also create an Ubi twist to every types of classic cocktails such as Pina Colada, Negroni, White Russian, and Mojito, things like that. At the same time, we continuously innovate with our in-house master mixologist who travels into different parts of the world to create a culture-specific cocktail. That way, we kind of position ourselves not just something that is exclusive, but leaning towards inclusive with other culture. How do you celebrate your fiestas? How do you celebrate anything at all? Whether one is having an anniversary, it's a wedding or whatnot. We want ube cream liqueur as the icon or a cultural icon, whatnot, to be the bottle that you drink to make every type of celebration special.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Great question, Troy. Let's hear from Jenna next. What are your thoughts?
Thanks, Tony. Hi, Jonathan. So I have a few questions. I'll try to stick to one or two here. Are you currently doing business in the United States with Ube? You're on mute.
Sorry.
That's
Thank you
okay.
so much for that question, Jenna. So our product, ube cream liqueur, is currently registered in California, Florida, Texas, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Georgia, Hawaii, and Nevada. Currently, our market focus would be in California, Florida, Hawaii, and Nevada, because that's where the largest pockets of Filipinos are found. I believe 2 million Filipinos are even just in California alone.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. And then my other question being, in this category, as Troy kind of mentioned, the mixology and what you're kind of doing with the product. And I'm curious your channel strategy. If it's mostly on premise, you're tackling the cocktails, but have you thought about retail at all on how you would reach the consumers with what this product and how?
So there's two ways that we would like to approach the global market. That is currently what we're doing in the Philippines, and our winning strategy is digital marketing. That includes social media, SEO, content marketing, and influencer marketing. With the target demographics that we're catering towards, that is something that we'll also be employing globally. And then for United States of America specifically, we're also launching our product in retail stores, having them seen on the shelves, whether physically on premise or online off premise, and then also in different types of bars and restaurants. Also understanding that we would start with a lot of Asian fusion restaurants, cafes, or mostly bars, and bring our master mixologists, collaborate with them, try to find what's the niche taste palette from within those areas, and then enter in the recipe of ube cream liqueur.
Beautiful. I'm going to have to try that Negroni with ube. That sounds pretty interesting. Let's go to Anne. Anne, do you have a question for Jonathan?
You're on mute, Anne.
Hi.
There she is.
Jenna kind of took mine, so mine's more of a comment now. When you talked about the invitation, the color of that product is an invitation to taste it. This brand was made for Instagram and TikTok. So I guess my question would be, do you have that influencer marketing strategy? Influencers are big. I thought of 3 who have either are Filipino or have Filipino connections that can really kind of introduce that ube flavor and the love and the tradition to the West. So I guess mine's more of a comment. And if you want those influencers, just message me after.
Beautiful. Wow.
Thank you so much for that comment. I would be really, really looking forward to that. If I can just share real quickly, we did a soft launch last year for California. We did tap a couple of Filipino ethnicity influencers within the pop culture, but it's still a very diverse market, especially in California. It's like an explosion of creativity and innovation, and having someone like you who might be interested to helping us within that channel, it's a big privilege.
All right. Well, thanks for kicking us off, Jonathan. Next up, we'll hear from Emily Darchuk from Wayward.
So much.
Emily forged her career as a food scientist before distributing the liquor sector through disturbing the liquor sector through her ingenuity and commitment to sustainable spirits. By carefully crafting the recipe through years of trials, she mastered the distillation process hands-on. Emily, take it away.
Hi, my name's Emily Darchuk, and I'm the founder and maker behind Wayward Spirit. where we use upcycled whey to handcraft first of its kind, award-winning spirits where you can taste the difference and make a difference. Aside from being an entrepreneur, I'm also a food scientist, and the issue of food waste was so important to me that I made the leap from leading innovation projects at top CPG companies to found Wayward. I also saw a huge gap in spirit offerings with a clear opportunity to bring to market a spirit solely focused on the needs of today's consumers. By focusing on the consumer needs of the 2020s and beyond, we're able to create an innovation opportunity in this space like never before. My personal founder journey also helped us define our Wayward spirit and guiding principles of the company to do things differently for the right reasons, which explains not only what we make, but why we make it. For the adventurous spirit, we offer a 2-bottle solution of Wayward Spirit and Wayward Whiskey that enables the creation of any cocktail under the sun, delivering versatility with values. Rather than a traditional grain, grape, or agave as a fermentive base for our spirits, we upcycle domestically sourced whey with a fraction of the carbon and water footprint and prevent gallons of food waste with every bottle we make. We are defined as a specialty spirit because of our more holistic and artisanal approach to crafting our spirits. By being subcategory, we have the freedom to truly innovate, allowing us to make all of our decisions based on flavor and impact, delivering beautifully balanced spirits. We are proud to support domestic agriculture from farm to flask with gluten, grain, lactose, and additive-free spirits that are fully upcycled and sustainably made. We are woman-owned and operated, award-winning, and deliver a true functional benefit to enable cocktails that our consumers can feel good about from the first sip to the last drop. Our original offering, Wayward Spirit, has a signature flavor of notes of oaky vanilla, warm spice, and a velvety smooth finish. This first-of-its-kind flavor profile is unique as a base spirit and gives us amazing versatility for cocktails, allowing Wayward Spirit to function like a Swiss Army knife of spirits, delivering efficiency behind the bar as a single base spirit that can enable any cocktail occasion. Now, even though Wayward Spirit shines in a cocktail, we have received top accolades as a sipping spirit with gold and double gold medals in New York, San Francisco, and a Good Food Award. Wayward Spirit is also a proud values-led sourcing partner to Ben & Jerry's through our collaborative relaunch of the Dublin Mudslide product. Now, the natural evolution of our brand portfolio was an aged spirit, and without Wayward Spirit, you couldn't make Wayward Whiskey. And it's not often a brand can say that such a highly awarded spirit goes into the barrel, but now by going from farm to cask to flask, we've optimized our aging process, again, for impact and flavor, delivering an aged spirit with a beautiful balance and a very compelling origin story. We sustainably age our spirits through recoopered barrels with a focus on developing an approachable flavor with unique notes of oaky vanilla, toffee, and warm spice. These more delicate flavors that shine in our spirit offer a clear differentiation and an elevation from a standard whiskey or bourbon. Now, we're a new innovation, but we've had a ton of early validation showing that this is a winning proposition with an incredible opportunity to grow the spirit industry as a whole. And we're right on the mark for all the top trends in hospitality, consumer, and retail for 2024. Our innovation not only provides a unique first mover advantage to reach consumers seeking a more mindful spirit solution that delights, but also a procurement solution to our hospitality and retail partners looking for sustainable products with measurable impact against their ESG goals. We are thrilled to be sharing our Wayward journey with you today and invite you to join our herd. We hope for the opportunity to inspire the crowd and the judges as an unexpected innovation at this year's brand battle. Cheers.
Great job, Emily. Fantastic. Made me thirsty. All right, let's bring back our panel of judges. I'm going to kick it off this time with Ray. Ray, have you got some thoughts or questions for Emily?
Quite a unique proposition. I was curious, what vehicles are you using to teach consumers or bartenders to use that Swiss Army knife? I understand the versatility behind it, but what tools are you using to get your messaging out? As well as, are there any, while we don't promote health or nutritional benefits with spirits, are there any opportunities for a consumer or any affinity for a consumer based on a whey product?
Absolutely. Great questions. For us, we really feel like education should enable. So we really kind of just break down how cocktails are made. Cocktails, at home cocktails, especially for younger consumers, they're very interested in it. Spirit forward cocktails. We help explain what a base spirit is. It's that 1 to 3 ounce pour. And the natural evolution of, you know, a cocktail across spirits, you know, is kind of what a lot of the classic drinks are. And we're actually doing the hard work in the innovation for them. So pretty simply, we're that 1 to 3 ounce pour in that cocktail, and it enables you to not only make and elevate whatever cocktail you already like, but also be able to kind of add your own bespoke twist without having to do a ton of work. So we have a ton of cocktail recipes. We actually have a cocktail quiz where in 4 questions, we help you venture wayward, and then we help you inspire from there. But really, we're trying to help people trust their palate, understand how a cocktail's made, and take some ownership and pride in venturing wayward, because that's really what gets you to share with a friend. We like that, think that curiosity gets that trial, but that quality and that ability to have that creative element is really kind of what that sticky proposition is, and helps build ambassadors. From a nutritional standpoint, we're 60 calories, but we find a lot of people that are completely grain-free, you know, actually gravitate to our spirit because we're transparently not from that. Also, you know, I think the fact we're additive-free, flavor-free, we add nothing but water to proof on the back end. That's becoming more increasingly important to consumers. And, you know, we really want to connect consumers to how their food is made, both upstream and downstream. And I think some of that authenticity and transparency really connects for those looking for, you know, healthier options.
Great question, Ray. Troy, as a fellow mixologist, I'm sure you've got some thoughts on this product. Why don't you jump in with any questions?
Yeah, you know, Emily, great information. Really love all the thought that has been put into this brand. One question I have for you is, how did you decide on 80 proof for your spirit, and why not higher proof?
Yeah, so we want it to be, you know, kind of that, I don't want to say a 1-to-1 replacement, because we improve a cocktail when included, but we kind of wanted to be on par with a lot of other base spirits that consumers would be using, just so that the process of adoption wasn't taking into too many variables. The one thing that we do say is, let's say you take a classic cocktail off the internet versus going to our website, is you can typically drop the sweetness element in your cocktail recipe by about 30%, just because our spirit naturally has a really kind of velvety mouthfeel and is so smooth. But we thought 80 proof is fairly consistent to what a lot of consumers would be seeing at market, and we wanted to just make that adoption as easy as possible.
Excellent.
Emily, great presentation, and you know your product. I mean, I'm listening to you answer these questions without a hitch. And because all of them are on, right? This is something, we're in the innovation group, and this is really innovative. That said, can I see the full-size bottle?
Absolutely. So this is Wayward Spirit.
Okay.
On the front of the bottle is Magnificent. She's a real cow. And we kind of added some dramatic elements. So we actually have the clouds in the sky on the back. So when it's backlit, it really pops. Here's the back. And we also have informational neckers on every bottle. And then this is Wayward Whiskey, which again is more of that brown cow kind of element. Again, Magnificent. And then the back bottle.
Thank you. Okay, so I also have a 2-part question. Where are you located? Where are you? Where's this home?
Where do I produce the spirit? I'm sorry.
Where do you? Are you based? Where? You know, what drives? Because it is very innovative in terms of branding. So where is it driven from? Are you somewhere in Midwest?
No, actually not. I've lived in 11 states across the country, so I feel like I have a flavor of everywhere. I live up in Portland right now, but on this journey, really the food industry is a supply chain industry, and especially when you're starting upcycling, you have to build your own supply chain and build all that process. And I ended up finding the crossroads of alcohol, and great alcohol and dairy was actually in Northern California. So we're the first and only alcohol to actually have that real feel. And because of our partnership with both the farmers there and just the state of California, we actually get a ton of support from the state, both for demos and trade shows and a lot of things like that. So we're really tight-knit with every community that we participate across and market we're in across the country.
So then that is, which markets are you in, and who is your target demographic within that market? I think law of a female founder, you come out with a lack of better term, a more masculine looking product. So trying to figure out who exactly you're going for.
Well, and that's kind of the magic, because Magnificent's a woman. It's a female-founded story. We kind of teach about ag. Girl cows can have horns too. So we kind of wanted to go agnostic. So it's bold, and it's assertive, that we wouldn't alienate, any consumer based on that. It's Western, but it's also progressive, and that. So we really lead with the fact we're different. And we have a lot of boxes to check. We connect with consumers that are forward thinking. We connect with consumers that are kind of adventurous, that culinary kind of mixologist consumer. But we also connect with those kind of cautious decision makers that want to really understand a product and check all those boxes with it. We're currently in California, we're in Nebraska, and we're in Oregon. We've taken a focus of really kind of delighting first our customers, and then getting the right customers to connect to the right consumers, and then having them as an element to be able to help expansion that can also drive velocity at the same time.
Thank you, Emily.
Yeah, thank you very much, Emily. Great pitch. That's all we have time for right now, but we're more than halfway through our brands we're presenting today, and I hope you're all enjoying hearing from them and the feedback from our judges as well. All right, next up, Nicholas Smirlakis from Roots Divino Non-Alcoholic Vermouth. Nicholas is an electrical engineer turned spirits entrepreneur. After working at the European Space Agency and finishing his PhD in Italy, Nicholas went back to his roots in Greece and co-founded Roots Spirits. I see what you did there, Nicholas. I like that. An innovative premium spirits range which exports to more than 20 countries. All right, Nicholas, you're up.
Hello, and it's a big honor for being in front of this file. So, greetings from Athens, Greece. So I'll talk about Roots Divino, which is our last non-alcoholic brand. So what is Roots Divino? Basically, it's a range of 2 non-alcoholic vermouths. To be more precise, they are de-alcoholized vermouths. So I'm pretty sure you are all familiar with this new trend of non-alcoholic spirits, aperitifs, functional drinks, etc. What we do here is we produce a normal Bianco and a normal Rosso vermouth, and then we de-alcoholize them with reverse osmosis. This way, you have the body, the mouthfeel of wine, but it's non-alcoholic. So you have exactly the same feeling as drinking a normal vermouth without the effect of the alcohol. So why the name Roots? So Roots has a double meaning. First of all, it's my brother and myself, our own roots back in the oldest distillery in Greece from the side of our mother. So it's our own heritage. As said before, we decided to go back to our roots when everybody was leaving Greece. We came back and we started our own venture. So this is the first part of the name Roots. And the second part of the name Roots is that all our recipes and also Roots Divino, they are rooted in Greek tradition and in Mediterranean tradition. So of course, you might know that vermouth was developed in Italy. However, the first idea of alcoholizing wine with wormwood, because vermouth is wine infused with wormwood and other herbs, as many things in our modern world come from ancient Greece. So Hippocrates was the first one to infuse wormwood with wine with wormwood, sorry, and he was prescribing it as a medicine. So this is where we draw our heritage, our inspiration from, and this is the backstory of Roots Divino. Also, the name Divino means from wine, so Divino, and also divine because it doesn't have the alcohol. So the logo is a halo shape here. So because of the absence of alcohol. We produce on the Northeast Aegean, on the island of Mytilene, of Lesbos. It's the same distillery with the Ouzomini. We use Mediterranean and Greek ingredients. So we use wormwood, rosemary, lemon, thyme, gentian, bitter orange, all the herbs that are used in a normal Bianco and Rosso vermouth. And actually, I will have a quick taste as well. So I don't know if everybody has the bottle in front of them. So for the Bianco one, you have lemon, you have rosemary, it's fresh, it's floral, it's piney. When we first launched it in 2020 in the bar show in Athens, we didn't say it's non-alcoholic, we said it's alcoholic. Actually, we didn't say anything, and we just gave people to try, and they were smelling it, and they would say, this is a vermouth. And then they were trying, it's a little bit light. And they would say, it's non-alcoholic. I said, really? No way. So you can really feel, you have all the flavors, you have the aromas, and you have also the mouthfeel. And this is the Rosso, so you have here more bitter orange, you have wormwood, you have gentian. So it's a sweet red, non-alcoholic vermouth. So our vision is actually, as I said before, we come from the on-premise world. We actually come from the cocktail world with our range of liqueurs. So we are very confident that Roots Divino has a premium quality. So it's the most craft and premium non-alcoholic aperitif in the market. And we're getting back this validation in the market every day. So we're very confident we have the quality, we have the backstory, we have the Greek heritage, whereas the history coming from ancient Greece and Hippocrates with the first wine infused with wormwood, and also the storytelling and the terroir. So we are very confident that Roots Divino, as it's already becoming, let's say, a part of all the back bars of non-alcoholic specialty stores in the US, will also become the main non-alcoholic aperitif for vermouth in the market for the next years to come. I think that's for me. That's my 4 minutes probably, and I'm very happy to answer to any questions. I hope I didn't forget anything.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Nicholas. That was a great presentation. Yeah, why don't we kick it off with Jenna this time? Do you have a question for Nicholas?
Of course. Hi, Nicholas. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Great product, great package. I think you're definitely onto something, especially the non-alcoholic category right now is very much relevant. Couple things. Do you currently do business in the United States with this product in particular, not just the liqueurs? Sorry.
Yeah, with Divino. So yeah, we're active in the US. We import through Park Street, so we do our own import. And we have distribution in a couple of states, and then we sell also because it's non-alcoholic, so we can do wholesale across the US in specialty stores and chains. And we also have now we signed a wholesale distribution agreement with Boisson as well. So we are one of the focus brands of Boisson. And yeah, actually the momentum is quite good because we are constantly running out of stock, which is a good and bad problem. We try to manage it now, but it's fine. So yeah, we're doing business in the States, and 2023 was good, and 2024 is already looking even better.
Great. And then my follow-up question. So being in the States now, do you have any marketing strategy that you're taking from international and bringing them over here? And what's been working so far?
So, as you know, it's a new category. It's a new non-alcoholic spirits is a new category globally, but also in the US. So what we're doing, and I'm spending 1/3 of my time in the US, but the plan is to spend even more and maybe even more in the US. So what we've been doing so far is, as I told you before, we come from the on-prem world. So we had a lot of cocktail listings in London, some of the top 50 bars with their liqueurs, etc. So this is the world that we were involved in, and this is also the world that we want to speak more to. So non-alcoholic spirits started from the off-premise, so it's more specialty stores online, especially during COVID. However, the on-prem, they're not yet, I mean, now it's becoming more relevant for the on-premise. A couple of years ago, the bartenders, they don't want their craft to be taken away, so they thought that with non-alcoholic spirits, they're trying to fake a drink, or it's not so, it's not what they were used to be doing. However, now that there are some quality products in the market, like Roots Divino and also other products, because you need the quality, now suddenly they feel that they can create something really unique and really interesting, and they can offer something unique to the customers. So our strategy is to, embrace the on-prem more with wholesale. We're probably going to run a non-alcoholic cocktail competition this year in the US. And to be completely honest, because every quarter is different, we are very flexible, and we try to see what works best, and we are agile, and we adjust our strategies. So I can tell you that we're going to do we are taking part in some specialty exhibitions like Mindful Drinking Fest, the WSWA, and some other during the year. We're going to have a total competition, and then we see what works. But we want to focus and build the on-premise, because this is where the huge potential will come from. Once every HoReCa account in the US will need to have some high-quality non-alcoholic products in the back bar.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm seeing more and more non-alcoholic spirits, and I really did enjoy your vermouths. I'd be curious to know what Troy thought.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Nicholas, I guess I have a question for you. As this category has seen incredible growth, up 116%. I think 1 in 7 consumers on premise are looking for a non-alcoholic experience, and 94% of the category is crossover from people drinking to not drinking, right? And with that being said, as you talk about focus on premise, one of my questions is on shelf life. I know that as a category, typically it's about 18 months. What is the shelf life of your products? And what is your strategy for helping the on-premise utilize your products in unique ways?
So it's also 18 months. You're right. It was a problem in the beginning when it was 12 months. We managed to increase it to 18 months. And since then, we've had no problems with the shelf life, because it's moving fast, and we are able to, make sure that all wholesalers or all of our customers have product that has a shelf life of at least 1 more year when they receive it. So that works okay. So far, we didn't have any problems.
And is the shelf life, I'm sorry, Nicholas, is the shelf life from when you bottle or when you open?
It's from when you bottle. But when you open it, doesn't really change. So it's better if it's consumed within 2-3 months once opened. But once opened, I don't think, especially in the on-premise, it stays open for more than a couple of weeks.
Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, let's go to Ray now from Southern Glaciers. Ray, you got some questions for Nicholas?
Yes. Who do you see as your competitive set in the non-alcoholic segment? Is this more of an additive, or is it a base for a cocktail or a spritz? Who do you see as your competitive set?
Okay, so as you might have seen already, non-alcoholic spirits are divided in categories. So there are the functional spirits, where you make you wake up or sleep or things like that, the RTDs, and then you have the spirit alternatives, gin, vodka, whiskey, etc. So we are in the aperitif sector. So in the aperitif sector, there are some other vermouths which are, I would say, more basic. We are more of the high-end premium non-alcoholic vermouth. So this is where this is our category. And I'm sorry, what else did you ask? So, which are our competitors, or the?
Yeah, within the entire segment, and how you're going to be promoting the brand, is your competitor more?
Okay,
so the brand more of a base or as a standalone category?
So that's the beauty of it. So the beauty of it is that it's a vermouth. So all bartenders know what a vermouth is, so they know what to do with the vermouth. You don't have to explain them what to do with the vermouth. They know that the vermouth is used in Negronis, in martinis, in classic cocktails. They can just top it up with a soda or a tonic or something like that, and create a spritz. So it's very, very straightforward to explain it in the on-premise, and this is actually why we want to focus on the on-premise, because every bartender in the US knows what the vermouth is. So that it's self-explanatory. That's a non-alcoholic, de-alcoholized vermouth. And even once you try it, it's even more convincing. So that takes away a lot of the narrative that you would have to explain in some other non-alcoholic spirits, which are more, I would say, something that doesn't exist in the spirit world. As far as the off-premise is concerned, a lot of people don't really know what a vermouth is, especially in the US, but they know what an aperitif is. So we have on the side of our bottle just our basic recipes, which top it up with tonic or soda and lemon or lime or orange. And from what we've seen from the feedback, a lot of people just drink it easily like that. So they top it up with a mixer, and they have a spritz at home.
Very nice, Nicholas. Very nice. Okay, well, Now we're on to our fourth and final contender, Martin Jansen from Pure, the winery. Pure, the winery began with a vision to create a new category of wine to meet the needs of today. Blending unique traditional techniques, Pure, the winery is able to convert all natural sugars into alcohol. All right, Martin, take it away.
Good. Thank you. Dear panel, thank you for giving me the chance to introduce Pure Zero Sugar wine to you. I'm Martin Jansen. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Pure, the winery, and I'm presenting to you from the Netherlands. I have to move a little bit, so I'm not in front of my own visual, I guess, here. We introduced Pure to the market in 2021. That was during the COVID pandemic. Not a great time to launch, but anyhow. Today, we sell in Australia, 6 EU countries, Singapore, the UAE, and at the international airport in Dubai. And we do have some extra export. We've done some extra export as well. Our sales has continuously grown from to 50,000 cases last year, and today we're planning about 80,000 cases for this year. Well, I assume you all love wine, but as many people worldwide, you also like to avoid unnecessary sugars, carbs, and calories. And we discovered that more and more consumers are seeking brands that support their healthier lifestyle choices. And this growing consumer group, they're looking to eliminate sugar from their diet. They want to reduce the calories. They want to lower their alcohol consumption and reduce or eliminate the carb intake. And we created Pure to meet the needs of this growing consumer trend. And as Pure contains absolutely zero sugar, has no carbs, only 10.5% alcohol, and therefore 30 to 50% less calories versus most other wines. And because we use a blend of high quality grapes and a traditional fermentation process with our own developed yeast, Pure is a great tasting but also approachable wine. Our talented winemaker, Daniele Cusmano, and his team produce Pure in the Piedmont region of Italy, in the middle of some of the greatest vineyards. From our direct-to-consumer data in Europe and Australia, we know that every consumer that buys Pure, once 1/3 of them reorders a full case within 30 days. And this is the testimony that we deliver on a healthy lifestyle choice and a taste that they enjoy. Our uniqueness not only comes from the fact that there is no sugar in our wine, but also we offer a full range of pure zero sugar wine, red, white, rosé, 2 sparkling, a rosé sparkling and a white sparkling. We launched Pure in this premium, impactful bottle. I hope you can see the bottle. It has a screw cap for the still wines, and it has a traditional crown for the sparkling wines. We launched Pure in that sleeve bottle because we wanted Pure to stand out on the shelf, to grab consumers' attention and to make it easily recognizable, and to demonstrate transparency to consumers. We've also added a nutritional information on the back. So every bottle has all the nutritional information on the back, and that's to communicate to consumers basically what's in the bottle, but also what is not. so no sugar inside. In a wine market that is demonstrating softness, the better for you category is growing fast. It also helps to bring new consumers into the category. And in Europe and Australia, Pure appeals to both older and younger consumers, with a bias to more female, potentially as they are more concerned about a healthier lifestyle. It is not targeting a certain demographic, but it is about attitude that Pure fits into that particular lifestyle. Hello wine, goodbye sugar is our playful message that simply invites consumers to give us a try. The name Pure is a real attribute in communication. The intrinsic,
Martin, we have 30 seconds.
Yes, and the intrinsic values of our brand. We say pure taste, pure pleasure, pure lifestyle, pure fun. It's really endless. Wine was first used in 7,000 years ago. So not much innovation. Most wine innovation today is about fun label or a funny name. Pure zero sugar wine is a real product innovation, answering consumer needs and helping customers to grow their business. Your endorsement to make Pure also successful in the US is highly appreciated. Hello wine, goodbye sugar. Thank you very much.
I love your slogan, Martin. Great job. Now let's bring back our esteemed panel of judges and get their thoughts. Why don't we kick it off with Sarah?
Hi, great presentation. Thank you for sending an array of wines. We had fun tasting them and trying to figure out where that fits in our portfolio. And we really had fun trying to identify the varietal that was in, right? Is the wine supposed to be a Pinot Grigio, a Sauvignon Blanc, the red? You can get some of the tannins, and saw that it was made in Italy. Is there a reason you chose to do blend, or was there a varietal, a style you were going after with each of the wines?
Well, Sarah, thank you. Great question. And we've battled a lot about this question. We wanted to keep the, first of all, let me say, we think that the wine category is very complicated for consumers, particularly for the consumers that want to enter into the category. So there's so many like grapes, and there's so many vintages and so many countries where the wine comes from, and it's about castles or crimes or whatever kind of marketing stories. So we wanted to keep it very simple and said, well, what's really special about our wine is that we have a range of wine without sugar. And therefore, it's not really about the grape. So on the red one, we use the Barbera grape from Piedmont and the Merlot. So it's Barbera and Merlot. And we've initially we got a lot of pushback because people said to us, well, why don't you have the grapes on the bottle? And actually, we now think that when we would launch in the US, we would actually include the grape on the bottle, but not to make it the focal or the focus point. The focus should still be what really makes this wine unique from so many other wines, is that there is no sugar inside.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great question. How about Anne? Anne, do you have something for Martin?
Sure, Martin, I have a comment and then a small question. I love your website. You guys put a lot of care into that website with clean, crisp bottle shots. You have lifestyle photography. You have a great 90-second video showing the process, the lifestyle, the target market. So as a distributor, it has everything I need. So that's well done on that aspect.
Thank you, Anne.
I was thinking about this. Europeans are often quite purists when it comes to their food and drink, and will opt for time-tested tradition over something new and gimmicky. So how do you overcome these hurdles in your European markets, and then thinking about other markets as well?
Yeah, well, I think it's because in wine, it's all about often about like the funny idea, the funny messaging, the funny label, in order to create something new. And we said, well, we want to get away from that. And I don't have a background in wine, but when I got to the Düsseldorf wine exposition the first time, it looked like there were like thousands of black soldiers who were watching me, all these kind of black bottles with a white label, and or with another label, and we then said, well, if we want to stand out from the rest, then we need to keep our communication as kind of like as crisp as possible to get the message across, but also the bottle needs to stand out really from the rest, and it needs to be highly recognizable. So that's why we choose kind of like that type of approach. But it's really to communicate the intrinsic of the wine, 0 sugar, but also like through the lifestyle, we want to appeal to the consumer that is also looking for the extrinsics of the wine and the bottle.
Thank you.
Did I answer your
Fantastic.
question? I hope. Good.
Yeah, Jenna, we have time for one quick question. You're up next.
Hi, Martin. Thanks.
Hi.
Love the low ABV, love the no sugar. I think you're speaking a lot of the buzzwords that really, are relevant in the US. One more, I think it's more of a comment than a question. You keep mentioning the package and standing out on the shelf. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on the wrap. While it does, put your focal point onto the shelf, it almost, for me, was a concern that you're trying to hide the liquid and being pure. I wasn't sure if there was any like sediment issues that you were kind of starting to see, or if anything like that was potential in your thought process. Because to me, the rosé bottle stands out just as nice without the wrap. Something to consider, more so than the actual wrap itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that remark. And like when we went through the whole process, we had those doubts as well. But our first priority was actually to be different from others. It's not that the wine settles or anything. Our wine making process is really the same as any other wine. It's traditional fermentation, but with a twist that we've developed and with a unique yeast. And the rosé, we didn't launch the rosé originally. We started with the white, the red, and the sparkling wines. And then when we had the rosé, or when we wanted to launch the rosé, then we said, well, consumer needs to see the color of the rosé, and therefore we need to have a transparent bottle. But maybe in future we would also move away from the sleeves, because it also comes with an environmental thing. So maybe the stills will move to labels, and the sparklings might stay in the sleeve. But we haven't decided that yet.
I agree. Great. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Martin, and thank you to all of our competitors and judges. Now it's time to send our judges to the difficult task of deliberating on this category winner. Now we'll find out who will move on to the championship round, which is live on stage at Access Live on January 30th in Las Vegas. Don't go anywhere while our judges deliberate. All right. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you got some great information as our judges were determining today's winner at the Innovation Brand Battle Tournament, who will proceed to the Brand Battle Championship in Las Vegas, live on stage at Access Live. All right, everyone. Today's innovation category winner is Roots Divino Non-Alcoholic Vermouth. Big congratulations to you on your win. Your award will be mailed to you in the next few weeks. But I would like to thank all of our contenders today who participated. And somebody from WSWA will contact you later today, Nicholas, with all the information. All right. Big congratulations to Roots and to Nicholas and everyone. We will see you in Las Vegas at Access Live.